to that grand finals, which will be in China.
Definitely a lot on the line here for this match, as already we're getting it going. As DeZane just lighting them up already, able to pick up 2 kills as 40 is alone. It looked like Lazarus kind of pushing through mid and a long on Eagle Eye. Definitely not something you see all the time from the GR side.
Yeah, I feel like we missed some of that because I looked up and everyone is dead. But no, 40, last man standing. LCK really did come out all guns blazing, making that statement that they kind of needed to do, right? They needed to come out strong when going up against a team like Lazarus. And Eagle Eye is one of those maps that can definitely allow these smaller teams to come out and perform, because it's not a map that we see all too often. It is usually banned out. And LCK, they take the first round.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned it. First time we're seeing it here at this tournament. And LCK just trying to bring in a bit of a wild card. And Lazarus was able to pick up Ankara due to the bans. So that was also pretty interesting. We will be seeing that for set number 2. And I would definitely put my money on Lazarus for that one, that's for sure. With how good they have been on that map.
Yeah, well, we have this map in front of us as Madison almost gets his head taken off by Flex, but did get out of dodge. We do see 2 in the hotel. Vice and Jin just kind of holding that area. Madison on the bridge as well, I think. So just securing that area. No, he's actually behind it. Yeah, Madison's number 1 this time around. So yeah, he's actually behind the bridge, making sure he has that long vision down that alleyway. So we do see rotation coming out. Are they going to move possibly towards A? It might be a good shout. As we're on board with Flex, who's just keeping this angle, holding it down, looking for literally anything, because I don't think they have all too much information. They know there's a few in the hotel, but they don't know where everyone else is.
Yeah, I think as Lazarus, you try for kind of the cheeky round 1 strat. After that, you just kind of back off. You wait and see what else they have prepared in terms of pushes on this map. It's not too easy, as Vice is going to take out 2, just standing his ground there right in the middle, as it looks like the rest of the push is coming in here through A long, where Lazarus do have a advance. Although, very nice entry here from DeZane, going to get that guy on the back of the site, gets another one, and Dane is lining it up. They don't see him lose, though, on the off angle, although they will still take him out.
Yeah, Station is not a good spot for Lazarus right now. They only have Jin remaining. Everyone else has kind of died around that area, and they are going to be able to get the C4 down if they so wish, but Jin is looking for that angle, seeing if he can see anything from over there, but he will have to make a move over in that direction eventually, as the C4 does go down. He roughly knows where it'll be, so he's going to have to rotate. Pistol and Sniper. It's 1 against 2. Can he get DeZane on the entry here? No, he cannot. DeZane just pops out and pops Jin. And that's another win for LCK. Very strong start here.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that that was a 3v4 or almost 3v5 push on the A site. Down 2 members, and they're still able to get it going. I mean, DeZane and Dane are here to play, right? I mean, Dane's getting like the 1 pickoffs that are really important. DeZane's kind of just killing everybody. Yeah. So, even down members, as speaking of which, Jin is going to make them down members again.
Yeah, through the smoke as well. Actually caught him pretty full-faced with that shot. 4 people on LCK, 4 members still up and running. Where are they planning to attack? You can see Madison actually maybe getting into a little bit of bother here as he's holding that center area. He's going to find Flex. He does get him down, but Lion Claw does take down Madison. It's a 1-for-1 trade. But LCK are still 1 man down overall. And they're going to back out and maybe make a move into the hotel area and push through B. Into the loving arms of Vise. Who's going to be ready for this? Is he going to be able to get the drop on them? I don't know if they're ready for this. He pops around the corner. He gets into Zane. Reloads. Tries to tag the others, but Lion Claw is just good for it. However, he is very low. And so is Real, actually. So they're both very low. They're going to have to play very cautiously and try not to get picked off on some of these off angles that you tend to see on this map.
Yeah, this is about to get pretty interesting. I think Lazarus will be happy for the Vise for Dezane trade, given how hot the hands were right now for Dezane. Let's see, as Landclaw is going to come around the corner, only 45 seconds left, so 40 can say, hey, you know, they're probably going to push into A at this point in time. A lot of utility already used. Slunes makes his way over as well, hits the double, and will be enough to stop that push. Lazarus finally getting on the board.
Yeah, finally getting on the board, but it wasn't particularly clean, was it? They did end up losing quite a few members. They did put themselves in a position where LCK could have come back into it, but we have to see how they continue to build. Can they clean up some of the rough edges of their play, Lazarus? Because we were expecting them to come right out the gates, right? We were expecting this to be 3-0 by now.
Yeah, certainly, but maybe just taking a slow start. Getting caught off guard, I think, by LCK and how well they played in those first couple of maps or rounds. There's a lot of focus on Madison, who has been holding this angle, and they are going to chunk him out here with some grenades. Definitely one of the ways to try to clear out that angle if you really do want to push through the center.
Well, not just that. If they didn't clear it out, Madison could always pop down the center and catch everyone completely unaware around that watchtower, because it is the area that the Blacklist tend to hold before making a decision, right? They tend to hold that watchtower, get a couple of, get someone up in there, take a look over towards the station, take a look over towards the hotel. There's a few very small angles where you can see pixels of other people. But yeah, it's... they have to push him back, and he's going to hold a little bit deeper this time around. He's no longer holding that elbow, as there is a little bit of action going on over on the hotel, and I think it's going to come to a head as Flex takes a couple pot shots at Vise, who's going to back out of that situation. Doesn't quite know where he is. And Flex from downtown actually catches Jin with that sniper.
Yeah, it's definitely a big pickoff. You can see that Vise is kind of running around in B. He's not sure, should he stay, should he go, because this push is actually coming in onto A. Vise does get the kill elsewhere, but this push right now shut down by 40 and Madison. That shot onto Real, though, is going to miss, as Dane as well is on the site. And the two of them just trying to shell into the back here where a couple of the Lazarus members were, so they will take over this A site.
Yeah, and they do have the C4 with them, so Vise and I think it's Madison. Yeah, they're going to have a bit of work to do on the retake here. They're going to take it slow, go the long way around. But I think Dane actually has sight down this alleyway. Is he going to see it? No, it's not. He does now. He knows it's coming in. Takes the pot shot, expecting someone to come in from hotel, but Madison catches that tight angle. And it's Real against the world. There's 15 seconds remain. He has to hold on for another 5 or 6, and he gets one on the stairs. That's a good pickup, but he does drop down. Ties to the full damage, but I think a lot of that was bullets from Madison, and Lazarus make it 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Dane was not expecting both of them to come from the same angle. You can see he was trying to check and make sure that they weren't going to push from two different angles at the same time. He had Real, though, who was watching from the first floor at some of the angles, so maybe just continuing to watch the same angle and he wouldn't have gotten caught off guard like that. He might have had a better chance of actually holding on to that, as we got a nice little boost spot here. Flex.
Oh, Madison can actually see it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can see him being like, I think I can get him. Like, if I find that one spot and Vise actually takes it. But yeah, I think Dane was just caught on such a tight angle. He just revealed himself ever so slightly in that door last round that he did get punished for it. So they're going to have to tighten up now, LCK, if they're going to continue to push through this match. It is 2-2 on Eagle Eye, with LCK playing that Blacklist side grenades coming out from Dane. He's going to try to just put pressure on that hotel. And where are they going to go? They're going to make it. I think they're going to push up A again. Lionclaw, first man in, doesn't find anyone, but knows roughly where they will be. But 40, he takes Real down with an excellent quick shot there. As 40 makes it 2, and Loons cleans up on the back to Dezane. Dane, last man standing, 1 against 5, and they know he's behind this box. He does get 1, though. He does get Loons down. As Madison putting bullets into the crate. It's not enough. Dane makes it a triple. Dane has nothing left in the tank. He has 9 hit points, 2 bullets. He's got to try to do what he can. They're going to try to come around him, and they do eventually cut him down. Dane putting up an absolute fight there with that triple kill.
Yeah, Lazarus 5 against 1, just running into a sniper 1 by 1. That's not what you want to see, but obviously thought they had the round 1 and kind of had to slow things up, stop the bust there for a second, as the grenade damage here on the LCK was pretty massive. They've been kind of hanging around the watchtower. It's been a bit predictable as here comes 40, and, well, he's going to get 2 somehow. Just way out in the open as the rest of LCK is pushing in, but Lazarus are reading them like a book. It is Dane all alone once again, and the miracle's not going to happen a second time.
Yeah, LCK, they just weren't aware that Loons was in that position, I think, because they were jumping along the wall, hiding along, and he's just like, oh, wait, why are you just standing out in the open? You can kind of see it processing. Sometimes it happens, right? Just reveal a little bit too much, but it is 4-2. As we do get a 1-for-1 trade. Madison traded Zane, and then Flex cleaned up Madison.
Yeah, LCK not really. I feel like they were waiting around the watchtower, trying to get picks, you know, and then going for nice pushes, which was nice. But that one there over by Hotel, you got to check that angle. I mean, there's often times where there's going to be a guy there on top of the box, just looking down, covering multiple angles, and they kind of just sent it, maybe trying to catch Lazarus off guard, but at least, as you mentioned, they do get the trade. I do worry for LCK. You know, 4 rounds in a row lost now. They've played really well at the beginning. And now, okay, they're going to get this pick off and look to push towards B for the first time.
Yeah, taking out Vice is actually a really big pickup for LCK. He has been phenomenal this tournament. Grenades coming in real. First man up the stairs. They're going to push the cart here. I was looking for the word. Cable car, that's the one. Found it. All right, Real, hiding behind the stairs. Lion Claw in the cable car, actually gets 1 Real from the back, makes it 2. And Jin has to do it all on his own, and Flex is just up for the task. LCK, they finally stop the bleed. It is 4-3.
Yeah, pretty nice push that time around. Very meticulous. After, I think they got caught off guard by the one trade, they were like, okay, let's slow things down. Let's take it 1 by 1. And a nice little push. It didn't look like Lazarus had any idea that was coming. As now, quick push onto A. Loons here, all alone for now. A bit of a battle in mid as well. Madison able to win that one. As Loon is holding down the port, and they do not check this angle again, as he is going to get some really nice value. And now it's all up to Dean again, who will be taken out as Lazarus once again move ahead by 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was a particularly sloppy entrance there because, again, he got caught out. Like, they just are not checking that angle. And we should expect to see them start checking it after this because that's been 2-3 times that they've lost to a man in that little nook.
Well, Dane, very, very nice angle here to take down Vise. And let's see if they can build something off of that, because Jin has replaced him, actually. He's got a sniper here as well. Kind of an interesting angle to be this far forward, just looking maybe for a pickoff and then a retreat. But we have 4 people from LCK right here, as Jin is going to miss that shot. Now he's getting a little bit surrounded on the run, just trying to jump away. He is going to get a kill somehow, but Real will pick up 2 instead.
Yeah, so Flex, Real, and Dane, last man standing on their team against 2. And Flex and 40, they're right next to each other. And I think they're going to pass each other like ships in the night, as 40 does actually just completely walk underneath Flex, who was in that watchtower. So this might actually catch Real and Dane completely off guard. And 40 still has no idea he's there.
Yeah, just not even going to look up there. He just doesn't assume that there will be anybody up there at this point in time. Kind of waiting for if a rotation comes out. It's so funny, too, because if he just looks up in the watchtower, he can see Flex right there. But instead, he's just going to come in here behind LCK and catches Real, just standing in the middle of the road, as they were definitely hesitating. And now he sees Flex. Flex sees him, and the sniper battle almost always going to go 40's way there.
Yeah, catches the headshot too. Very, very nice. But now it is a 2v1. Dane again finds himself last man standing through the cable car. He's going to have to clear this room, and Loons is waiting. There we go, Loons. Oh, goes down to the pistol shot. So the C4 probably will get planted, but no, denied by 40. And that is 6-3 going into the half.
Yeah, definitely a pretty dominant side from LAZARUS. This isn't even necessarily like a very one-sided map towards the GR side or anything. I just think that LAZARUS, they got caught off guard early. They went for that aggressive push. Didn't work out. Dezane had a couple of like insane rounds. But ever since then, it's been all LAZARUS all the time. And this is kind of what we were expecting. Very excited to see what they have prepared here for the Blacklist side of this map, because it's been pretty fun to watch LAZARUS on the Blacklist side of many different maps here in this tournament so far.
It has his Loons is looking just to check his corners, maybe make sure no one is hiding in those nooks. They do drop the C4 in the watchtower, so they're just going to hold that central area where they consider their actions, as Flex did catch Vise with an excellent snipe right down that middle road.
Yeah, definitely going to be a nice little boon here maybe for LCK to just get things going after the half, because you definitely have some catching up to do. But LAZARUS just going to take their time, much like LCK were doing here on the Blacklist side so far. He's going to spot that flash out of the window. Now 40 is just going to look to see if maybe he can get this pick off. But it looks like Lionclaw not going to be peeking 40 anytime soon.
Yeah, not going to be peeking out anytime soon. So he is just going to hold that location. And both of them are just holding tight, holding firm. As the rest of LAZARUS, they're looking to push the communications tower here. As Jin slowly but surely is making his way. He sees Real there as he jumped across the window. So Jin knows at least one is there, maybe two. Taking a couple of pot shots, but is going to retreat back to the safety of that central area underneath the watchtower.
Yeah, Lionclaw just holding down this bridge here for now. And LAZARUS really waiting out the time on this one. I think they're just going to push towards A, is what it looks like from here.
They really have to, as Jin is holding kind of an off angle here. He's going to pop out and try to catch anyone on the rotation, but doesn't. Zane and Dane, they clear that up. Loons gets one, but Rail takes Loons off the board. Lionclaw gets Manison, and LCK, they draw the first blood again in the half. It is 6-4.
Yeah, that initial pick, I think, just really kind of took the wind out of the sails of LAZARUS. They're like, okay, let's slow things down. They went for a very late push, and that made it pretty easy for LCK to get in position. And now they're really going to up the tempo. Here comes Madison right down the middle. Nobody covering. That says Real is going to get him right at the end before he can do some serious damage there. Balloons up in here as well, but still just not able to pick up any kills. LCK are holding down the A site excellently. As yes, LAZARUS will pick up two, but it is all LCK all the time. Okay, never mind. Loons is going to headshot everybody, it seems, and then eventually go down to a grenade.
That was an insane exchange. How did he get those two shots? Jumping out the window, nails the headshot, and almost cleaned up Lionclaw. If it wasn't for that grenade, we'd have been looking maybe at a very different result. As it stands, it is 6-5. LAZARUS 6, LCK 5, and this is a very close map of Eagle Eye.
Yeah, it was the last couple of rounds in a row from LCK. Going to make this pretty competitive. As Real waiting right outside, and he's going to get caught out by Jin, just trying to get some information, perhaps see if he can catch someone unawares, but that is going to be one less member now for LCK to defend this follow-up push.
And it looks as though they are going to push on A, but Vise gets Dane, Dezane gets Manison, so big trade straight off the bat as Dezane makes it another as Loons eventually claps him through the box. So it's a 2v3 situation. Loons, Jin and 40, they're going to hold down this A site. How can Lionclaw and Flex break this position? You can see Flex looking for an angle, trying to find, oh, he sees the gun, he sees the tip. Oh. He saw the tip of the gun, waited, and just missed the jump over. So 40 is actually going to try to push that location just to flush him out, but he's already rotated very quickly over to the bridge, and now they're going to make their way through the front here. Is Lionclaw going to be able to get anything done first time through? But no, 40 is good to it, felt it through the smoke, and everyone else just collapses in, and LAZARUS, they take another round. That's round 12 going their way.
Yeah, it does feel like LCK are getting these nice little boosts of energy where they're like pushing forward. They got some great pickoffs. They're getting some very dominant rounds, but then Lazarus are kind of taking it back. And yes, Real did get caught off there as now they're going to run into A. Once again, here they go. Madison trying to entry here as Real is not looking. Didn't expect him right on top of him. And now on top of the site, Dean is going to get the close range snipe as Desane picks up 3 on the spray as they all run straight into him.
Yeah, now Jin is all alone. He's trying to get Flex from that long range angle. Gets 1, makes it 2. Can he make it 3 and 4? He's looking for it. Jin is low. He doesn't have many bullets left in the tank, so he's going to have to rotate towards the relative safety of that watchtower, but he doesn't have the C4. But luckily for him, he has a lot of time to play with. There's 1 minute 30 remaining, so he's going to take this watchtower and see if he can pick Dane off the top, but Dane actually spotted him out very quickly. And Jin might just have to drop down here. No, he's not. He's actually going to jump out the window. Okay.
It's faster.
Oh, he actually could have seen Lion Claw there. He sees him now, takes the pot shot, and instantly retreats because he knows that as soon as he's spotted, there's going to be 2 sights trained on him. So he has to try and find this rotation, and he's going to try and make it work. He's going to get the angle on Lion Claw, but Lion Claw was just good for it as LCK, they make it 3 out of 4 at the start of the second half.
Yeah, pretty nicely done there from Jin. Nice try, I should say. But LCK able to hold it down to Zane. Once again, putting up some of those big numbers. He's having these huge rounds where he just takes over all by himself, it feels like. Lazarus aren't quite able to match that firepower. Here comes Lion Claw, straight out the window, but the smoke is in position. So just going to hold the stairs here with Flex for now.
It's a weird position trying to hold that staircase. Usually you see someone up at the bar, maybe around that area, but he's going to put himself in a very uncomfortable position for Lazarus if they do try to push this hotel, as we do have Flex looking down that angle, down that alleyway, underneath the bridge. Is he going to catch Vise? If he took a pot shot through the box, he might actually clip Vise and deal some significant damage, but Vise and Madison, they're just holding this position with wounds in the back. It's a 4-man push, up through hotel. Flex gets the 1, the grenade goes out, the flash is good. Lion Claw looking to clean anything up, and he's going to get pushed in on as Madison does take him off the board.
Yeah, it's a really important pick as, I mean, Flex and Desane are still there looking straight at this. Still a minute left. Lazarus could choose to rotate out of here, but they got 3 guys in the hotel right now, so might just commit to this one. As Desane trying to get this information to see if this push is actually coming in. It does look like LCK have read the situation pretty well with 3 guys on the B site.
Might just walk himself into trouble if he tries to get around there, but he's gonna peek. He's gonna pop up. He does get taken out by Real, but Jin cleans him up. It's a 1-for-1 trade right there as Dane snipes down Jin, and Lazarus are crumbling here. Flex gets another, but Vice does get Flex, but Desane cleans it up, and LCK, they're looking very, very tidy right now. It's 7-7.
7-7, pretty big in terms of this catch-up that LCK have been able to mount. 4 rounds out of the last 5. As they are just locking things down here on the Global Risk side. Lazarus, once again, going to go for one of these quick pushes onto A, and it is so far not working. Vice is going to pick up 1, but they can't just rely on Vice, as everybody's going to go down once again. Desane picks up 3 more.
Desane is playing out of his skin right now. He is so good on this map so far. It's 5.5 for LCK, and Lazarus is just crumbling here. Grenades coming through the window, just putting that pressure on, making sure they can kind of clear that corridor out. Lion Claw does poke his head out, but isn't punished for it. He's just going to hold this, try to get the information, see if a push is coming anytime soon, and he is obviously backed up by Flex, who's in that hotel window.
Yeah, just trying to hold down this angle. 40 hasn't really been able to match him on the Blacklist side. Sniping here. And Lazarus continue to challenge this area. They definitely feel, it definitely does feel like if they're not rushing into A, which hasn't worked, they want to take it slow through the hotel, but LCK have oftentimes have 2 or 3 people over at this area as well, so really struggling to find a good angle to actually attack here is Lazarus, and I think that's kind of the core of why these pushes are not working.
Yeah, you can see Flex and Lionclaw sitting there at the top of this alleyway, poking out, trying to just get that information, and information comes in as Flex gets 40 very, very cheaply there. Nice kill for him, as we do have Jin trying to maybe wrap around here, but he's going to find trouble of his own as he peeks up through here, because there are a lot of eyes everywhere for LCK. Jin sees one, gets one, but is taken out by Dizane. So 1-for-1 trade there, which favors LCK at this moment in time. And they are going to get into this cable car. They're going to be looking to push their advantage. Flex is trying to hold an angle where he can see anyone coming up. And Madison is already in there. The bomb's planted. And now he's just going to back up. They are going to make a push through this cabin here. And is Madison going to be able to hold this down? Shots come in, the pre-fires. Dane, oh, look at this. Lazarus showing what they're made of. Madison picks up a double kill here. And it's a 2 against 1. Dane cannot do it alone, though, as Vise takes him down. And Lazarus give themselves a bit of hope here, as it is 8-8.
You can see some shaking heads there on the side of Lazarus. Definitely frustrating, as it does feel like it's pulling teeth. As again, Flex is just going to light one up on this angle, and Lazarus have not been able to deal with that. As here comes 40, running down the alley, and he's going to get sniped as well. Pretty straightforward for Flex.
Yeah, this is Flex's territory, isn't it? He just seems to be popping everyone who tries to come up that alley there. And even anyone who tries to break through the hotel, and Lazarus kind of need to shake up their ideas a little bit. They keep trying to hold that hotel, which, you know, does work 9 times out of 10. It is a good position to hold, but they just keep getting slapped in that corner. Maybe they need to try and maybe long take A or hold the center that we saw LCK do before, as Lazarus are just struggling to get themselves into this, even though it is 8-8.
Yeah. Does feel like that. 5 out of the last 7 rounds going the way of LCK. You can feel the momentum swing after the half. It's now trying to peek into Flex. They're trying to get onto this B side again, up against Double Sniper, which has been the way that LCK have been playing this GR side. Lioneclaw, though, is right here on the cable car, so he is going to be looking to actually challenge them before they do get into this position.
Yeah, he might just clip the top of the head of Jin if Jin gets a little bit too close to that side barrier. I think it's a penetrable surface, right? So he could take a pot shot through and maybe catch Jin. Jin is just holding very tight. Grenades come in. Is Jin going to pop over the top? There's 35 seconds remaining for the C4 to get planted. As Jin does go down, Lionclaw did finally manage to get that angle as Loons trying to get stuff done, but nothing is going the way of Lazarus right now. It's all LCK. It's one-way traffic. Vise and Loons, they need to try and divert it, but they cannot, as Flex and Dane clean that up. And LCK looking to take Eagle Eye here.
Yeah, it's looking pretty likely. They take another one down. Lazarus looks stumped on the blacklist side of this map. Let's see if LCK with this double sniper once again just covering both lanes. You can see that Lazarus, they haven't dared to rush into A anymore just because they've gotten shut down so hard on that angle. And it does look like LCK continuing to read this. Still 3 guys on A, but Lioneclaw and Flex always pushing forward, looking for these picks that they have consistently been able to get.
Yeah, and Lionclaw again in that position. Flex covering his 6. Flex has been so good down here. He's going to try to line up a shot again here with this sniper. Oh, very close to catching Vise there, I think. Just clipped the tops of the box and went over the head of Vise, and it's 5v5. And both teams just playing statically right now, just trying to let the other team make the first move.
Yeah, I actually don't mind that from LAZARUS. I think, no pushes have been working. Peeking Flex, not working. Peeking Lion Claw sometimes is okay, but not when Flex is there. And it just seems like they've given up on pushing A. So just wait it out until Flex just changes his angle, which has happened. Let's see if they catch Lion Claw here, or if he gets a couple of guys unaware as he's just going to pop off the spray into 3 of them as they do not expect him to hop out. 4 make it here for Lion Claw as he is going to shut them down on this map.
Yeah, absolutely insane spray transfer there, getting 4. And it's all smiles on LCK.